I'ma fuck up my life. I'ma fuck up my life. We gon' party all night. She don't care if I die.
Hey guys, Swamp Pop here, back here with another video, and today I'm making well, my friend over here, Adam here. Adam, say hello.
Yep. Hello.
He is one of the detectives from Reincarnation, and we were going to talk about
the guy with the white robes and Arthur hat. That is me.
yeah, and he watched my video on Road to Redemption Season 1. And he thought I did a good job on reviewing that, and he also watched the full movie of Over the Horizon, and he wants to review. Yeah, a little bit. He said he couldn't finish it.
Also, a little bit of Road to Redemption. It was just boring.
Yeah. You know, so we'll get into Road to Redemption Season 1 first. Now, you watched my video on the whole summary of Road to Redemption, right?
Yeah, I did, and it was actually really good. Except, like, it's better to, I thought watching a 17-minute video was better than watching, a few hours of content, and it's, 6 hours or more?
Yeah, it was so long. I watched most of it, in one night, then I watched the rest the next day.
That is one of my complaints, that's too long for one part.
You know, when they made it in days. So they made one episode, and then they waited a day, and then boom, another episode. And then, they started making playlists of it, and they would add it to the playlist. But, this now, it's just, a lot of episodes. I'm guessing they're trying to make it as if it's a real TV series.
I mean, if you want a real TV series, then your episodes can't be that too long, like an hour. I mean, at least make the first episode 1 hour, then the other episodes feel like 30 minutes.
The first episode is supposed to be an hour. It's an introduction to all the characters. No, but instead of that, the first 3 episodes, of course, are all action. They supposedly kill Rockwell, and yeah, they do kill Rockwell, because the origins, as I got confirmation from Chris, is before Road to Redemption. It is the origins of Rockwell, what happened before, the whole real gang was started. And we will talk about the origins first, because that is what happens first. Now, there's a guy named Rockwell, and Frank Rockwell being, the leader of this group.
From what I gathered, they're friends or something. I know Elite Cybot's gonna come out. I mean, that's not true. That's because I literally cannot understand who's who and what is what.
Yeah, sometimes
there's just too much for me to figure out.
Remember how they would do the same voice for the same, so they would have to meet an NPC, and then they would say, oh yeah, hey sir, and then they would have to do, hey, howdy there. It's different voice, but sometimes they would do the same voice to where I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't know who they were talking to.
I mean, to me, having an NPC talk is just have another player be an NPC instead of
that's what was going to happen with Time Before. Now, we were gonna gather people that were civs, cops, sheriff, but that project got canceled. And
that's the thing, I have a problem with all of this as well, what is it, fuck, I forgot. Well, I have a big problem with, how, I fucking forgot, well, damn it. I'll figure that out.
My biggest problem was, some of the scenes were kind of bland. That was my biggest problem. I like some of the things that happened with, Michael coming back, but what happens is Michael comes back and is like, John, I don't know, but I think I just got confirmation from when he says John, that's actually Carl, not actually Michael.
Wait, didn't you say like that Carl's the one that got stabbed or something?
Yeah, Carl's the one who got stabbed.
That's the one thing that doesn't make sense to me. Apparently he died, but then he just comes back like, is he Jesus Christ?
Yeah, I don't know how that would happen. But,
I mean, like, I at least want an explanation, like, how the hell did he come back? Like,
no, what happened?
Where did he get stabbed in the show? That is the question.
He got stabbed in the neck.
In the neck. That would be a fatal blow. He'd be dead.
Well. If they explain this, then it would make sense. But if he came back, they could have probably explained it that he got a.
I mean, you never got a confirmation, right? I haven't gotten a confirmation. You never.
It's in my comments, you know, and it's been confirmation that, you know, the guy who came back was Carl, not freaking Michael. But what doesn't make any sense is how did Michael survive to, unless, you know, he got a rag of some sort and put it on the wound. If he got like his bandana, then yeah, that would make sense. He put it on the wound of the knife, but if he would have just woken up, then he would have lost.
The neck is like one of the most fatal spots you can get hit at. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You do not want to get hit in the neck. Even if you get like smacked in the neck by like a baseball bat, I think you could fall unconscious. I don't know. You'll feel it. It will hurt a lot.
And basically, if you watch some of these documentaries, I've watched a couple documentaries, people can get stabbed in the neck, but they need to grab something as soon as possible to clog, you know, what's happening. Or they keep what's in them, like, in there. But if you watch CRP, I think the knife gets pulled out. So either somehow he puts a bandana on, you know,
I mean,
in
the scene, how did they just leave him there?
Yeah.
Now, like, I want to know how, like, Saibot, I want to know how he got back up after he got stabbed, like,
and how did Michael survive that, like, whatsoever?
No, wait, what happened to Michael again?
Michael, so what happened, this was in episode 4. Episode 4, you know, this was all a story, and Chris and Carl had all that legacy, but for nothing because they killed each other, you know. But Carl is actually still alive in the RP.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, that's really it. And you know, Michael gets stabbed after they, you know, kill random people after celebrating. They go up to a random place, and you know, he gets supposedly killed, but he comes back for revenge after John, who is the brother of Michael, killed their father Carl. Carl was being the last one of, you know, Chris, and John killed Carl. And now that Carl's dead, they go off of the origin after episode 4. Now after episode 4, it is the origin, and they talk about Rockwell, and this is way before Road to Redemption. And then after the origin's all done, guess what?
Let's go into the Over the Horizon thing.
No, after that they go into some sort of weird phase. It's called the Breakout series. I didn't even watch it, dude. It's just basically them playing Red Dead Redemption on steroids, where they just kill a bunch of people, go on an adventure, boom. You know, I think they watched too many action movies when they created that, you know.
I mean, if they try to make a like, I mean,
And
most people don't want to go for realistic roleplay, but
and you know
I
the
mean-
trailers for it were basically mine on just just punching random people, but not even like somewhere else. They were just in the same spot, just punching each other.
and that
And
that's it.
And he uses a iPhone app to freaking edit and make his trailers. It's on literally every iPhone. It is called, let me see, it is right here, iMovie.
iMovie, all of all things.
You know, it's a pre-installed app on every iPhone.
Now,
You
I'm not
add-
a fan of iPhone, and I'm not gonna shit on him for having an iPhone, but
You know,
I tried having an iPhone once, and it just broke. So, like a year later, it broke, and that's why I don't use iPhones.
but you know, that's
I mean, it's
that.
just our phone. You can have what you have.
You know, that's that. We'll get back to you guys when I am talking about season 2, cause I need a lot of time to talk about that. But see ya. Hey guys, I'm back. This is a couple hours later, and so now I want to talk to you guys about season 2 of Road to Redemption. Now I watched all of it like in one night. Because there was only 5 episodes. And surprisingly, it was decent. And all of season 2 takes place before Road to Redemption. It takes place before the first 3 episodes. So basically, it takes place right before everything that happened in season 1. It takes place before all that. And what I want to know is, it wasn't good. It wasn't very good. It wasn't as good as season 1. So basically, we start off with some guy trapped in a room. Supposedly, some guy who's telling these other people how, their past grandfathers and how they became, criminals, like outlaws. And it goes into detail, basically discussing everything that happened before, season 1. Basically a prequel, which is kind of cool and all. But basically, the first episode is, heading out of the nest, as in a metaphor of them, heading out of the house at their father. So basically, the beginning of the episode, Carl and Chris are now, younger than what they were in season 1. Younger. And they are with their dad still, and they are, looking for stuff and everything, and their dad sends them out, since their dad is an alcoholic shown in these episodes. They get sent out to go get alcohol for him, but end up having to rob people to get it. And this is where their first, not real murder, but yeah, I guess real murder happens. This is where their first real murder happens, and where everything just happens right there. And just to get some money, and they didn't buy their dad the beer for some reason. Got the last dollar. And, because the lady, gave them a discount because their dad's an alcoholic. and was gonna threaten, kill them. But, they forgot to get it, and Chris, since he's the oldest, got beat up for it. And they go over there, and they're mad, and they get kicked out of the house for a little while. So they head to their uncle's place in Ansburg with the coal mines and everything. So they stay a night there, right? And, they start killing them after Chris gets, quote, I think, harassed by one. And so that happens, and, just a bunch of other stuff happens as well. But that's where the episode 1 shows their first, kills. That's why in the first episode they're like, we're killers, we're on the run, And now after this, they head back to their dad's, and after Carl, gets beaten up, and they head back, and I'm pretty sure he gets attacked by a cougar, and it would have been, and I think in the thing, in the reboot, they go off of this episode into a movie where it's like, oh my god, how are my scratches from last night from the cougar accident. Now if this is how they did it, they head out, and their father fully kicks them out, and when they come back, after this, it's just, chaos. They try and find a new house, and after that, they start coming back to their dad's house to give him a little bit of revenge. But when they head back there, their dad is gone. And that is in episode 2. Episode 2 starts with them heading to their dad's house. But in the beginning of episode 2, you can barely hear, Red. So basically, the whole episode is basically ruined by this. You cannot even hear Red, whatsoever. You can't even hear him. So yeah, the whole episode you can barely hear Red, and they're just fighting each other because their dad is gone, and it's a life or death situation. And they're basically on their own now. They're lone wolves, and this is where it starts, going into why they're killing. Because, they have an alcoholic dad, he's abusive, and, everything right here is just going wrong for them. Their dad left, and for somehow long, no one knows how long they left, probably for years. And then, in season 1, they finally find him, But, I'm guessing he never really cared for them, so he just left. But anyways, they, after that, they just fight, and they try and find somewhere new. And then, they head down to, I'm pretty sure, St. Denis. I'm gonna check real fast. Had to check. But, no, they head to Valentine. And after they're done fighting, they're trying to find a house and everything to live in. They get into a firefight at the end of the episode, and the whole time, oh, thank you. But they get into a firefight, and the whole time, they're just trying to fight for their life, and Carl ends up getting, taken. Carl and Chris. Now, in episode 3, this isn't really, basically, it's called interrupting the detainment. Basically, them, they're already detained, but, they escape by getting a rock and hitting it. And hitting their locks and everything. And so, they escape, and they try and hide for a bit. But Chris dips, he dips. And he gets captured by another bandit. And the whole time, Carl is just fighting for his life and, trying to survive because of this. Now, after Carl gets his lucky bullet, because the, bandit detained him and he took all of his bullets and everything. And the whole time, he's trying to find Chris, and after his lucky bullet breaks him out, he hides from the bandit and knocks him out, and after that he heads to Saint Denis looking for Chris. Now he finds Chris down at Saint Denis, and after he finds him, they head to their house. The house that is actually in season 1. They try and find a house, and they find one. The house that is actually in season 1, the house that they live at. And after this, it's just very cool on how they did this. And, they find their old house, but, I'm pretty sure Carl gets found again after this. Now the bandit comes back to Saint Denis following Carl, and guess what? Instead of getting detained, instead of shooting the guy, Carl is released by the bandit and is, guess what? We're gonna have a war, and the bandit is now coming after Carl. Carl's looking for Chris in Saint Denis, and the bandit comes after him, but a guy named Trey comes to help him. Trey is there to help him, and Trey, being the friend he is, tries to help Red throughout the whole thing, and it was a good episode, Hunter and the Hunted, and it was a decent episode, and the fight scenes were pretty good. And then after this, it is the episode named as A Story Halfway Completed. And this is, where everything goes down. Now, after all this, basically, what happens is he kills the bandit, but Trey turns on him once again and tries to kill him. He tries to kill Carl, but Carl doesn't want to, but he has to kill Trey for his life. And he kills Trey for his life, because Trey turned on him after, turning on him multiple times, because, he didn't, know what was really going on, and he had to kill Trey. Now, after this, I remember this as clear as day. In episode 5 was decent, I guess. So, basically, Chris teamed up with another bandit to find Carl. So, this bandit, after Carl is all famous now from Saint Denis and killing that bandit, he's famous and he has all the riches he needs. And basically, this bandit is now hunting Carl. It is hunting him like, I'm coming after you. Like, he is hunting Carl. And Carl meets the cousin of Trey. And, he tells the cousin, as in, Trey turned on me twice, so I had to kill him. Because he was trying to kill me. And the cousin's like, Trey was always, weak-minded. They go to sit, have a drink, but some weird man comes in here looking for Carl Freeman. And Carl's right there. And they stand up and everything. And the cousin gets shot and killed. And Carl gets taken by the bandit. And here's where, the other guy comes in. and it looks over for Carl. And I thought, this wasn't gonna make any sense in the whole, storyline. This wasn't gonna make sense, like, whatsoever. But then, this second guy was actually, Chris. That was Chris the whole time. And it goes on from there. And they just, Carl's hiding out from him after escape from him. And the whole time, it's just not enough chase and getting captured. But at the end, it turns out Chris was there the whole time. And it's a long story, he says. And now it goes into season 3. And I will be reviewing that. Hopefully after I watch some of the episodes, to get the whole freaking story. So I'll watch the episodes and I'll review it for you guys. Hopefully in the next video. So I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Peace out.